This is Solus 2017.01.01.0 with the Mate desktop. I have also downloaded Solus with the Budgie desktop, but I couldn't get the simple screen recorder to work with Budgie, so I'm doing this with the Mate desktop. In either case, I was able to install a simple screen recorder from the Solus repository without any trouble, and OBS Studio is also available from their repository, but neither one of them would work with Budgie. Now this is more or less the way it came, with the one panel at the bottom, and this is the brisk menu. This is still under development, but I don't want to be too critical. It's somewhat like the whisker menu, but it can't be expanded like the whisker menu. It does have a search bar here. GP brings you to gparted, etc. To close this, you can either click on menu down here, or you can just click on the upper right corner. It disappears. Now I'm going to make some changes. Here I'm going to move this panel to the top. Properties, orientation, top. Now I'm going to add a new panel. Shows up at the bottom. I'm going to add to panel. I'm going to add a show desktop icon. Add. Right here. I'm going to add a window list. Add. Nothing appears. I'm going to add a workspace switcher. Add. Now I'm going to close. Now there's no visible window list at all. I'm going to move the workspace switcher over to the right. Move. I'm going to move the show desktop icon over to the left. And there the window list appears. It was under those other things. Notice I didn't have to put any separators in here. The window list stays in the middle, more or less. If I open another application, it shows up there also. I'm going to close that. I added a few application launchers to the top panel already. But you notice with the brisk menu, you can't do that just by right-clicking on the launcher. There is a way of doing it. You have to say add to panel, and then you want to click on application launcher. Then down here you see forward, and you can choose what you want to add. I'm going to add disks. Add. And disks shows up. I'm going to move it. So that's one way you can add to the panel. However, that's a little awkward. The brisk menu is not the only menu available. There's also the main menu and the menu bar. Now the menu bar is a traditional GNOME 2 type of menu. I'm going to add that. I'll leave it here in the middle for now. Now with this one, I'm going to go to System Tools, and the Mate terminal, and I'm going to right-click, and I have the option of adding this launcher to the panel or the desktop, so I'm going to add it to the panel. There it is. It shows up right there. So the traditional GNOME 2 type menu, which is the menu bar, actually has functions which the brisk menu does not yet have. Now, the brisk menu is likely to be improved over time, but at this point it leaves a lot to desire, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Remove from panel. I can't remove it. Oh, it's locked. All right, now right-click, remove from panel, and I'm going to move this over. Move. And only move it so far. I've got two of these now. Well, it's a bit annoying. Remove from panel. But this works. Applications, places, and system. And of course, under each one, you have a submenu. Now over here on the right, there's a show desktop icon over there too, and I really don't want it. I don't seem to have, oh, it's locked. Remove from panel. That takes care of that. Now the other things you have over here, you have a clock and sort of a calendar. Under preferences, you can show 12-hour clock, 12:59 p.m. I could show the date. I don't need to show week numbers in the calendar. See if the weather app works. Show the weather. Show the temperature. Time settings. I think I have to add a location. Chicago Midway Airport, United States. Okay. Now the weather app is active. Overcast. It gives me the degrees in centigrade. I don't want that. Preferences. Under weather, I can set that to Fahrenheit. Under wind speed, I can set that to mph. All right, that's better. It's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is from the north at 13.8 miles per hour. It tells me when sunrise and sunset is. Wonderful. Now, if you don't like this desktop background, you can change it. There's not a huge selection here, but it's a fair selection. I like this one, which I use on Ubuntu Mate, and this is the Cosmos. It's a slideshow of different astronomical photos. So I'm going to select this. And there it is. One of the features of Solus is that it has its own package management system. Under System Administration, Software Center. My first reaction was, this is just what we need, another package management system. Don't we have too many already? And the answer is probably yes. However, this is an extremely good one. It's quite fast. This is a much better software system than GNOME software, as far as I'm concerned, and much, much better than the old Ubuntu Software Center. Under Office Software, and notice you have LibreCAD, which is an application I use. And you have LibreOffice. If I want to install the entire suite, I go to LibreOffice All. Let me try another one here. Under Graphics, let's try GIMP. Install. Install. Well, there you have GIMP. Now that's pretty fast. GIMP. I might also add that Solus is extremely quick to boot up and to shut down. So if you like things to go fast, this may be the system for you. This is XRAM Tech. Thanks for watching.